Have you ever wondered why sex still matters after your 60s, 70s, or even 80s? Isn't it something that's supposed to fade away naturally, like old high school dances or forgotten summer flings? Not exactly. And if you've quietly stepped away from physical intimacy, you may be unknowingly cutting off one of the most vital sources of your health, happiness, and longevity. Sex in older age is not a luxury. It's a fundamental part of well-being, influencing your heart, your memory, your sleep, your immune system, and even your daily self-esteem. It's not just a physical act, it's an emotional bridge, a relationship glue, and a powerful reminder that you are still vibrant and worthy of love. In over 20 years of working with the older patients, I've seen the difference. Those who keep intimacy alive live more joyfully, more energetically, and with a greater sense of connection. In today's video, I'm going to reveal 10 silent but serious consequences of giving up sex in your later years. Some of them might shock you, but the earlier you understand them, the easier it is to take back control. Don't skip any part, because midway through, I'll be sharing real-life stories from older adults who transform their well-being by reconnecting physically, along with simple, practical solutions you can try starting today. And here's something to think about. If you've felt lonely, tired, or like a part of you is slowly fading, the real issue might not be your age. It might be the quiet disappearance of intimacy from your life. If this topic feels important but hard to talk about, comment 1 below. I'll personally check and help guide you with more answers. If you're still unsure, type 0. I'd love to hear what's holding you back. 1. Your heart suffers without intimacy. Most people think heart health after 60 comes down to cutting salt, taking meds, and walking daily. But did you know that sex is also a powerful ally for your heart, even in old age? Modern research has shown that regular sexual activity, even gentle, infrequent encounters, works much like light cardio exercise. It raises your heart rate, improves blood circulation, lowers blood pressure, and helps keep your blood vessels flexible. All of these are key in reducing your risk of heart disease, the #1 cause of death among older adults. In fact, a major UK study found that seniors who remained sexually active had significantly lower rates of cardiovascular disease compared to those who had lost all intimacy. And here's the key. It's not about how often, it's about consistency and emotional connection. When intimacy disappears from your life, your circulatory system quietly begins to slow down. Blood vessels lose elasticity. Blood doesn't flow as freely. Your heart works harder to push blood through. Over time, you might notice fatigue, shortness of breath during light activity, or even high blood pressure, and not realize the connection. Think about it this way. If you stopped going for your daily walks, your body would feel sluggish. Giving up sex in your later years has a similar effect, except it happens more quietly, more subtly. And it's not just about intercourse. Affectionate touch, holding hands, gentle cuddling, these simple gestures activate your cardiovascular system. Loving emotions help lower stress hormones like cortisol and increase oxytocin, the heart-friendly hormone. If you've ever thought that sex is just a luxury in old age, maybe it's time to rethink. Your heart doesn't need intensity. It just needs a reason to keep beating with joy. 2. Muscles and joints lose strength without intimacy. When we think of staying physically strong after 60, the usual advice is to do light strength training, take walks, or maybe join a yoga class. But there's one powerful form of movement most people overlook: sexual intimacy. Sex isn't just emotional, it's deeply physical. It activates multiple muscle groups, stretches joints, improves balance, and promotes flexibility. Even simple, gentle actions, stroking, hugging, shifting positions, provide natural motion that keeps your musculoskeletal system working in harmony. When physical intimacy is lost, the decline doesn't happen overnight, but over time your body notices. Muscles begin to weaken, joints become stiffer, flexibility fades. For older adults, this silent weakening can lead to one of the most dangerous risks of aging: falling. Falls are a leading cause of loss of independence, and often start from something as simple as reduced muscle engagement. But here's the twist. Intimacy also supports your mindset. When you feel connected, desired, and physically capable, you naturally want to take better care of your body. The moment that sense of closeness fades, many begin to withdraw, not just emotionally, but physically too. That withdrawal creates a vicious cycle. Less movement, more weakness, less confidence, even less movement. Have you ever noticed how much more alive your body feels when you're emotionally and physically close to someone? Sex isn't just a workout, but it may be the most natural, full-body tune-up you can give yourself, even if your gym days are long behind you. 3. Your brain becomes foggy without physical closeness. When we talk about keeping the brain sharp in old age, most people imagine crossword puzzles, reading more books, or eating salmon. But here's a surprising truth. Intimacy is one of the most powerful brain boosters your body naturally craves. During sex or even gentle physical touch, hugging, kissing, caressing, your brain releases key chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. These aren't just pleasure hormones. They actively enhance memory, improve focus, reduce stress, and support emotional clarity. For older adults, missing out on these natural chemical surges can gradually dull the mind. That slow mental fog, lack of motivation, and forgetfulness, it might not just be age, it might be your brain going too long with the weird emotional and physical stimulation. One study from Coventry University in the UK found that seniors with an active sex life scored significantly better on memory and problem-solving tasks. This proves that sex isn't just primal, it's practical. It's a kind of brain therapy that doesn't come in a pill bottle. When physical intimacy disappears, your brain misses out. Emotions become flatter. Thoughts move slower. Simple moments, like remembering a name or finding the right word in conversation, begin to slip away. The beautiful part? You don't need a perfect sex life to benefit. Even soft, respectful, physical connection can wake up the mind and help you feel more present, more joyful, and more alive. One small moment at a time. 4. Emotional intimacy quietly fades away. Sex isn't just physical. For many older couples, it's the final thread of emotional connection keeping them close. When the soft touches disappear, the surprise hugs, the quiet closeness before bed, what comes next isn't just physical distance, it's emotional drift. Many couples who've been together for 30 or 40 years slowly become roommates. They still live together, share responsibilities, and care for one another. But the spark, the feeling of being desired, seen, cherished, it quietly slips away. Conversations revolve around food, pills, grandkids, not dreams, emotions, or desires. Sound familiar? Countless seniors have shared that they feel invisible, even while sleeping beside their lifelong partner. And this isn't just sad, it's dangerous. Studies show that emotional disconnection can lead to higher rates of depression, elevated blood pressure, and even weakened immunity in older adults. Love needs nourishment, and one of the most powerful nutrients for emotional intimacy is touch, both literal and symbolic. A kind gaze, a long handhold, a soft kiss. These tiny acts can mend emotional gaps that words alone can't fill. If you've ever felt like you're living in the same house but on different planets, maybe what you need isn't another conversation. Maybe it's simply a hug. The sleep becomes shallow and restless. As we age, sleep often becomes a struggle. Many older adults complain of tossing and turning, waking up too early, or lying awake in the middle of the night, assuming it's just part of getting old. But what if one of the real culprits behind poor sleep was something most people overlook? A lack of physical intimacy. After sexual release, or even gentle, affectionate closeness, your body naturally releases prolactin, a hormone that promotes deep relaxation and drowsiness. At the same time, the body produces oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, which helps ease anxiety and calm the mind. When you no longer experience these moments of closeness, your body loses access to these natural sleep aids. The result? You may lie in bed longer before falling asleep, wake up more frequently during the night, or feel mentally restless even when your body is tired. Not everyone wants to rely on sleeping pills, and the truth is many people don't have to. Something as simple as a warm embrace, a meaningful gaze, or light affection before bedtime can help the body and brain relax naturally. Good sleep isn't just about feeling rested. Deep, restorative sleep helps the body heal, allows the brain to process memories, keeps your immune system strong, and stabilizes your mood the next day. Maybe what you need for better sleep isn't in a bottle. Maybe it's lying right beside you. 6. Confidence and self-image quietly fade. Aging doesn't just affect your skin, your hair, or your body shape. It slowly changes the way you see yourself. And one of the biggest reasons older adults lose confidence? The loss of physical intimacy. When you're no longer touched, desired, or physically affirmed, it's easy to start feeling invisible. Over time, you may avoid looking in the mirror, stop grooming with care, or no longer bother choosing clothes that make you feel good. Not because you don't care, but because deep down you feel I'm not attractive anymore. Many seniors have said they no longer feel like a man or a woman, just an aging person. That sense of emotional invisibility quietly chips away at your spirit. You begin to hold back, stop initiating, stop expressing affection, and perhaps stop believing anything can change. But when physical closeness returns, even just a gentle touch, you're sending a powerful message to your body and mind. I'm still here, I can still love, and I am still worthy of being loved. Sex doesn't need to be intense or flawless. It doesn't need to last long or feel like it did in your youth. Sometimes one meaningful kiss is enough to reignite the light in your eyes. When you feel desired, you stand taller, smile more often, and walk with ease. Not because your body changed, but because your spirit was lifted. 7. Your immune system weakens without physical intimacy. When we talk about boosting immunity, most people think of vitamin C, proper sleep, nutritious meals, and regular exercise. But here's something often overlooked. Physical intimacy, including sex, can act as a powerful natural immune booster. Medical studies have found that people with regular sexual activity have higher levels of IgA, immunoglobulin A, a key antibody that defends the body against colds, the flu, and common viruses. Beyond antibodies, physical intimacy helps regulate hormone levels, reduce inflammation, and support healthy cell regeneration. All crucial factors for maintaining a resilient immune system, especially as we age and our natural defenses begin to decline. The problem is that when intimacy fades, your body slowly stops receiving the beneficial signals that keep your immune system alert and balanced. You may start to feel more fatigued, catch colds more frequently, or take longer to recover without understanding why. This doesn't mean you need an active sex life every week, but it does mean you should nurture closeness and connection, no matter how simple. A good morning kiss, a spontaneous hug, or lying quietly beside someone you love can be enough to activate the body's own built-in defense mechanisms. Sometimes the most powerful medicine isn't in a capsule, it's in a single meaningful touch. 8. Stress and anxiety brighten without intimacy. Old age isn't always peaceful. As children grow up, careers end, and friends slowly fade away, the quiet moments can become louder and heavier. Without physical intimacy to soothe the soul, stress and anxiety can quietly settle in, sometimes without you even noticing. When you share physical closeness, a hug, a soft caress, or an intimate night, your body releases dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These are your natural feel-good chemicals. They calm the nervous system, lower stress levels, and create a deep sense of connection and emotional safety. But when physical affection disappears from your life, so do these chemical mood regulators. Everyday worries can start to feel overwhelming. Sadness lingers longer. You may feel on edge, uncertain, or emotionally drained, even when nothing seems wrong. Many older adults struggle with unexplained tension, restlessness, insomnia, or chronic fatigue. But few realize that these symptoms may stem not from age or illness, but from a quiet lack of physical connection. If you find yourself sighing more than speaking, or feeling a strange emptiness inside, maybe what you need isn't advice or distraction. Maybe it's just someone to hold your hand and stay. 9. Relationships become fragile without intimacy. Many people believe that if you've been together long enough, love will hold steady no matter what. But here's the truth. Even the longest relationships can become fragile without intimacy. Sex isn't just physical. It's a language of its own, a sacred space where trust, connection, and emotional closeness are expressed without words. When that language falls silent, even couples who still love each other can begin to slowly drift apart. Countless older couples have said they don't fight, they're not angry, yet somehow they feel like strangers under the same roof. Days go by in silence, touch disappears, and everything starts to feel familiar in a way that hurts. Intimacy is the emotional glue that keeps a relationship feeling alive. Without it, love loses one of its most vital heartbeats. Conversations become transactional, affection fades, and the emotional distance grows quietly, steadily. If you've ever felt that the love is still there, but you're not sure how to reach it again, maybe what you need isn't another serious talk. Maybe it's just a long, silent hug. 10. Your body forgets how to respond sexually if you don't stay active. You've heard the phrase, use it or lose it, right? It doesn't just apply to muscles. It applies to your sexual function too. When you stop engaging in physical intimacy, your body slowly shuts down the systems that support it. Over time, nerve sensitivity decreases, blood flow to sexual organs drops, and hormone production slows. All of this makes sex feel more difficult, less comfortable, and sometimes even unpleasant. For men, this might show up as delayed erections, reduced arousal, or a lack of desire. For women, it can mean dryness, discomfort, or a loss of natural elasticity. And here's the danger. The more you avoid intimacy, the faster your body adapts to that silence. Many older adults say, I just don't feel anything anymore. Must be old age. But in reality, it's often because the body has been left untouched for too long. It hasn't vanished, it's just fallen asleep. The good news is your body remembers. And with patience, kindness, and a gentle restart, things begin to wake up again. Blood flows better, sensation returns, and loving hormones quietly bloom. Sex in later life isn't about performance. It's a soft reminder. You're still alive, still capable of feeling, and still worthy of connection. Conclusion. Sex in old age is not an ending. It's a new beginning. You may have once believed that as you age, sex simply fades away, that it's just a natural part of growing old. But the truth is this. When you give up intimacy, you don't just lose physical pleasure, you lose a vital part of life itself. As you've seen, from heart health and memory to immunity, sleep, emotions, and self-worth, everything is connected to physical closeness. This isn't a luxury reserved for the young. It's a natural form of medicine for your body, your brain, and your soul at any age. Even if you've been distant from intimacy for years, even if you feel embarrassed, anxious, or uncertain about your body now, it's okay. You don't need perfection. You just need a willingness to begin again with honesty and tenderness. Start with a simple conversation, a small moment of connection. If you're on your own, begin reconnecting with yourself, respectfully and lovingly. You still have time. You still have a beating heart, and you are worthy of touch, of desire, and of fully living. If this video touched something meaningful in you, leave a 1 in the comments below. If this topic still feels unfamiliar or difficult, drop a 0, and I'll know how to better support you. And please, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss more real, heartfelt conversations about aging with vitality, dignity, and joy. Thank you for watching until the end. May you love fully, live deeply, and do it all in your own beautiful way.